Hey everyone, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Up. Welcome to another edition of ReWatching Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Today I'm talking about Season 5, Episode 18, All Roads Lead. I'm just going to be starting off the plot summary and then just talking about my general thoughts after having just finished rewatching this episode. So yeah, let's start with that plot summary, which says, after locating Blue Raven Ridge, Daisy and May are sent to apprehend Hale, who willingly surrenders after Creel informs her of Quinn and Hall's consciousness within the gravitonium. She reveals that Ruby plans to become the destroyer of worlds and takes them to her. They arrive at the site just as Ruby begins the infusion process, but Strucker is forced to stop the process at 8%. Unable to control the element, Ruby inadvertently crushes Strucker's skull, killing him. While May extracts Fitz and Simmons, Daisy and Hale attempt to calm Ruby down. Yo-Yo returns for Daisy, though, upon realizing Ruby is the destroyer of worlds and the one who cut off her arm. She slices Ruby's neck in retaliation. Ruby's body then releases a burst of energy as Hale escapes. Back at the lighthouse, Talbot attempts to kidnap Robin, but Coulson and Mac manage to subdue him. Later, Hale is seen in the Confederacy ship where she reveals S.H.I.E.L.D.'s possession of the gravitonium. So yeah, I just finished rewatching this episode, and this one is a fun episode because, again, as it says, all roads lead to this, or so it seems. Yo-Yo has a certain prediction about the way the future's supposed to go down, being that Ruby is the actual destroyer of worlds, but we find out a little differently. That goes a little different way. But that was still an interesting kind of point. Well, maybe she wasn't. That's not the point. But that was just an interesting element that we got added into this. You know, this bunch of this part of this season has been leading up to her trying to take the gravitonium. We finally, have the explanation that it is actually their consciousness is trapped within the gravitonium, that being Hall's and Quinn's. So that was kind of just interesting to learn that from Creel, and that it seems that there's no way to kind of solve that problem to get that out, but I'm not sure. I can't remember if they do eventually figure that out or not. But yeah, some of my other thoughts about this episode is Deke is so embarrassing, and Coulson and Mac call him on his love for Daisy, and he's just an embarrassment. Anytime he's around Daisy, I'm just like, oh man, I feel the embarrassment for him. The embarrassment that he's incapable of feeling, I feel it for him. So that was just a fun little bit about his character. I liked the fight we got with May and Daisy at Hydra as they're kind of storming into Hydra. May need to let off a little steam. So that was just a fun little action scene we got. Talbot kind of knocking out Robin's mom and taking Robin. I couldn't remember if this is where if he killed Robin's mom or not, because I know she died at some point, but I couldn't remember if it was Talbot who did it or not. I'm happy he wasn't the one who ended up killing her. I can't remember if he does later not though, but I'm glad it wasn't him in this situation at least, because I don't love the turn that Talbot takes just because I love his character so much. So when the darker he goes, the more I'm like, oh no, come back to the light, please. Don't stay away from gravitonium. But yeah, that was another interesting part. Then we get Strucker and Ruby. I like that Ruby copies what she notices how Fitz and Simmons interact, and she then uses some of that on Strucker, who she ends up accidentally killing, and she just feels kind of bad about that, but almost like doesn't seem like you were using him this whole time. So that was interesting. And then obviously Yo-Yo kills Ruby at the end, which just creates a big rift in the team from this point forward, which just adds a good bit of, not drama, but a little bit of drama into the rest of this season. But yeah, that's all my thoughts for this episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Be sure to let me know in the comments below what you thought about this episode. Thanks again for joining me today. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and have a good one.